This will be 3 5-minute rounds. First up, making his way to the cage, fighting out of the red corner, we have the big boys. Let's welcome up
Aaron Ware making his way to the cage, 30 years old, 6 foot tall. Walking around at 265 pounds, weighed in 263.8 pounds. Fighting out of the Academy of Sudutai, coached by none other than Isaiah Gathings. 8-1 as an amateur, 3-7 as a pro. Another one of those guys in the heavyweight division. It's not a very deep division, so you get thrown into the Sharks. There's not a lot of training wheels fights. And Aaron Ware finding that out kind of the hard way. Leroy Big Johnson, 35 years old, 5'11", walking around at 285, made the cut down to 265.8 pounds last night at weigh-in. Coming to us from Monroe, Michigan, fighting out of Michigan top team, coached by none other than Darren Cruikshank and Cody Stamen. 11-1 as an amateur, 3-0 as a pro. This will be a clash of the Titans both. All right, let's go into the cage. Kara, KO with your official TXC introductions. All right, fight fans, this TXC heavyweight fight about to get underway. Aaron Ware fighting out of the red corner. In the black shorts, Leroy Johnson out of the blue corner. Gonna make every bit of those white compression shorts earn their keep tonight. That's right, I said it. And here we go, the big boys underway in this TXC cage.
You know, obviously expecting Aaron to, use his hands, but he's got typically simple hands, with the ones and twos, but he doesn't mind sitting in there and banging. He's put in some great hand performances for us before. As we know, you get him to the ground and they just sit there and wait.
He likes to circle until you get cage side, and then he wants to pin you up there and try to drag you down and beat you up. He's going to have a hard time doing that with Leroy Johnson.
The toughest thing with Leroy is keeping his chin down, because as a super heavyweight, he's a little bit shorter than a lot of the guys, so he has a tendency to raise that chin up. And that, obviously scary when you are facing a striker. Good movement from Leroy, though, back and forth. He's not getting flat-footed, so typically you think someone that big would be flat-footed, but he's extremely explosive as well. So that's what you have to watch for with that wrestling background.
Well, these guys need to go ahead and hit somebody, because this crowd here are not going to put up with this for long. There we go.
Closing the distance right away, throwing kind of a half jab and tightening it up.
Well, they both bring similar styles and game plans into the cage. They want to get you up on the side of the cage, beat you up a little, drag you to the cage floor, and then beat you up the rest of the way. Leroy Johnson a little more effective at it, arguably, over time.
Yeah, and I mean, Aaron Ware do well served just to try and stay on the outside a little bit. He does a better job typically. You know, with his hands, he's more confident and comfortable that way.
Well, when you're 280 pounds and you make a guy carry your weight like that, it's exhausting in a hurry.
Is that his walk-around weight? Yes, 285.
Well, I'm sure he's back to
265,
that.
Yeah. Looking to rip the
legs out here. Aaron needs to dig that underhook or he's on his back, and there he is.
And we've seen this script before with Aaron, you know, just sitting up against the cage, kind of weathering the storm. These guys are so big, it's hard to just even get your arms around them.
Well, both of these guys demonstrating that they can go the distance.
But I think that's the pace and the lack of damage. I mean, we haven't seen any damage yet. You think 600 pounds in the cage that you would have some damage, but, you know, if we're not seeing the move, he's got to go body head. He's just got to slam the body like that, go back upstairs. I mean,
he was looking to isolate that left arm of Aaron Ware's.
Just too much insulation downstairs. You know, go there just to drop the elbow a little bit and then come upstairs and hit that shot.
Get the movement and then bring the heavy leather up top. Again, looking to isolate that arm. Going to be tough to set up an Americana from the half guard there. Now using it to pass. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that heel out, Kara.
He doesn't even look like he's trying. He doesn't even look concerned about it right now.
Well, Leroy Johnson has got a lot of down pressure right now, but Aaron Ware's just got so much pressure closing those legs together and so much mass with those legs.
Yeah.
Leroy just had to give it up.
Leroy just has to drop a few bombs. I mean, he does powerlifting. This guy is super strong, super explosive. If he can land a few, it's hard to see from this angle. But
well, he landed a few of those elbows, and you saw the guard immediately open of Aaron Ware's as he's trying to get up on the cage side and stand up.
This is the busiest I've seen somebody against Aaron Ware, having Aaron Ware's back against the cage. You know, Leroy is just pushing the pace, trying to finish this quick. He wants to get that finish.
Well, it's the busiest Aaron's ever seen anyone, because you can see the fight draining from his posture, Kara. He's turning away. He's bringing his elbows and arms up over his head. This fight's going to be over before it really gets started.
You know, you wonder how much, you know, his head is playing into it too, Aaron. He's coming off a kickboxing loss just a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, that kind of stuff is going to play into you. Get that losing mentality, and it just sits with you. You just say, I had enough. What's one more loss?
You got to find somebody to feed him.
Yeah, you
got to get him a W. Oh, and now that arm isolated.
1 minute.
And Aaron Leroy just bringing down heavy elbows there, Kara.
But like you said, these both have been the distance, gone the distance. So if Aaron can wear this out, I mean, it's less than a minute left. You can kind of hear the encouragement from the corner, the Michigan top team corner, Darren Cruikshank, telling them, it's less than a minute, you know, just push the pace, get this fight stopped. Oh, big elbows dropping on Aaron Ware.
Well, again, looking to isolate that left elbow, set up an Americana. And there it is. He's got it if he wants it. Oh, he used it to set up a strike that didn't land. Kara, this fight could have been over there. Again, a little tough to set that from the half guard. But I think that Aaron Ware's just looking for a way out at this point.
And how do you recover from a round like this if you're Aaron Ware? I mean, that's going to be the trickiest part. You've taken a lot of damage. You're worn out. That's
10 seconds.
Part.
This one's going to go to the judges, but it is going to be an easy task for them to score this round. Not enough volume and activity to make it a 10-8 round, but definitely an easy round to score for Leroy Johnson.
You'd almost think you give the heavyweights a bit of a pass in terms of volume, like, because you see how much impact is coming down, whether it's an elbow or a punch. But typically not the ref side. They want to see that volume. They want to see where you're defenseless.
All right, round one on the books. Round two about to get underway. Once again, if you're just joining us, Aaron Ware fighting out of the red corner in the black shorts. Leroy Johnson fighting out of the blue corner, making those compression swords scream for mercy.
You know, he's got to extend that jab a little bit, just put it in Aaron's face, and close the gap a minute. And he did so well with that. But Aaron's just got to keep backing up. Aaron's got a circle. I mean, if you go straight back, Leroy will close the gap. He's that explosive.
Explosive, and these guys are just big.
Yep. Oh, and Aaron sat in the pocket, dropped that right hand, caught Leroy. I mean, it wasn't enough to do any damage. but enough to make him look. These guys have to really watch that right hand when you jab, and he's throwing it back like Robin Hood. You see how he's like winding up for that right hand, and that's not where you want to be.
Well, Leroy looking to change levels, but absolutely telegraphing it, and Aaron Ware easily stepping back out of it. Leroy's lucky he didn't get tagged for his trouble.
Yeah,
this one a little more forethought, but the cage side doing a lot more of the work to close his distance
definitely
than the technique did. Need to see some big knees to the outside and inside here. Chop that tree down from the bottom. There we go.
And this is typically what you see on Leroy when he has someone against the cage. He will work those legs. Like, he will throw his knees, he will wear you out. And that's what you want to take away from Aaron Ware, is his ability to move.
Well, you know, a couple nice shots like that, and the body automatically responds by taking the strength out of the affected joint. And a guy will drop just from that because his body's trying to protect itself from damage.
There you go.
You know, Leroy and I were talking before this fight, and he had said someone had told him, oh, you'll stop him, you'll stop him. And I said, just be prepared to go 3, because that's the type of fighter that we've seen of Aaron Ware in the past. You know, just always have that preparation. He's pretty durable. We've seen him take some shots.
Well, he's doing a good job with that overhook, keeping Leroy upright, landing a few knees of his own. Got to dig that underhook now. This is how he wound up on his back in the first round. Keep digging and get it tall. He just let Leroy get his hands together for a second there. He's lucky he didn't wind up on his back.
Well, bit of a chess match here on the side of the cage.
I'll tell you what, Aaron has got to commit to that underhook. He needs to dig it deep and lift it high.
Yeah, Leroy's near that ankle. It's looking like he's seconds away, but pulling his arms back up.
He's doing a good job, and what he's doing at the same time is making Leroy carry all 265 pounds of him right now, and that's exhausting.
This is where Leroy just get busy, you know, push that pace. Use your hands, use your knees.
If he keeps bringing those knees, it's going to wind up on the ground by default.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he does such a good job at it.
Aaron too concerned with tying off that wrist. He's got a clean shot to the head right now. He could at least score with that left hand of his.
And Leroy
Gotta
can
be
bring that
careful.
hand.
He gave up on that overhook. Now is when Leroy needs to change levels, Kara.
You know, you wonder how strong Aaron Ware is, because he's got to be pretty strong. You need to fight off the power of Leroy as well.
When you're that big, you're strong just because.
Well, but I mean, if you're facing someone else the same weight, you would just think that he may not have it, but he's doing such a good job of mitigating damage from Leroy. And here we are again.
Where these guys really find it tough is finding similar body-type training partners in the gym. They're usually the behemoths in the gym. And so even if they're fighting a light heavy who walks around at 235, they still got 50 pounds on them. Nice takedown there from Leroy Johnson now. He's in his corner, and he just needs to turn this back cage side. We've seen Aaron Ware here a bunch of times, though, and as you said, he's incredibly durable and very able to weather most storms from here.
Yeah, he's crafty. He's sneaky in terms of making sure that he knows the great angles for you not to be able to land some heavy leather.
And he gets that elbow up just in time every time. Looking to turn through and get to his knees. And you know what? I thought Leroy was going to be able to circle around, but once again, Aaron able to slip that leg out.
He's got to go body head with that. There's just too much cushion on those body shots, but it will open up the head a little bit more.
30 seconds left in this second round, Kara. Aaron Ware has got to get something going here and make his mark before the end of the second round so he can start out that third round with some momentum.
Well, he definitely doesn't want his back on the cage again, running the cage a little bit, trying to stay away from that, but you're not.
Sort of pushing off, like trying to get off
maybe
the
that's
side.
An Aaron Ware run. Can you picture him on the side streets running? That's probably an Aaron Ware run. Come on.
And this second round on the books, once again, easy work for the judges. Aaron Ware proving he's very durable, but down 2 rounds to none.
All right, fans, this is your third and final round. Is this a third?
Seconds are out. This third and final round about to get underway. Aaron Ware's got a lot of work to do, Kara Rowe. If he's going to get his hand raised, in this TXC still. He's got to put an end to this fight.
This is the deal. When you have quite a few losses on your record, you're happy just going the distance. You're happy not going to the hospital after a fight, and that's kind of where he's at. He seems like, a big looping shot from Leroy. Look almost like a clothesline, but, at least he's pushing forward, looking to get that shot off. Aaron does a great job typically. I don't know if it's just for mobility purposes, but he just will sit in the pocket and drop a tight shot. Just right there, he tried it.
Headbutt there. Big heads clashing
knees up to center.
But as you said, there's a lot of padding there.
Yeah, from both of them, definitely.
And we have got the best seats in the house right now as these guys are cage side. I'm a little concerned. I hope the setup crew did a good job of securing these here. Some may be going to the hospital looking to rip those legs out and bring it to the ground. Aaron needs to dig that underhook deeper, Kara. He needs to get so deep that he can get his hand on the back.
Well, he got his chin cut open, and he's seeing the blood fly everywhere all over Leroy. It's a happen. You get that little cut on the bottom of your chin, and it just drips, luckily for him, not in his eye.
Well, Leroy does a good job of scoring with that elbow, and you saw it there. As they came to the ground, he brought that elbow up into the chin of Aaron Ware, and now blood flowing from the mouth of Aaron.
Well, it's coming from his chin. It's like dripping off a cut underneath his chin.
Right in his beard, yeah.
Leroy does such a great job at distributing that weight. I mean, he just flattens himself out.
And he's got the wrestler's grind going where he puts his head right on that chin. And if that's already bleeding, he's just going to open it a little more. His corner yelling at him. They want to see him finish this fight and not go the distance. And he's in a great position to do it if he can bring some volume.
Yeah, to be right in your corner, you have great people in your corner, Cody Stamen, Jason Fisher, Darren Cruikshank, getting all kinds of instruction.
He's going to have to bring a lot of volume, Kara, because this referee is not known for stopping fights.
Look at him.
Because somebody gets hit.
Sliding into a mount.
It's like he gets commission from the hospital.
Steve.
The devil.
That's okay. That's what we're here for.
Aaron Ware looking to turn away to mitigate some of the damage. He's got 285 pounds of Leroy Johnson across his center line right now.
Leroy in great condition, though. Look, he's pushing the pace constantly. You haven't seen him stop and take a break. That's what's great about it. He's constantly pushing the pace. Got those elbows,
big
forearms. Unbelievable. Landing a lot. But again, it's the volume typically that Doug Gallegos is looking for.
Well, he's in a position right now where if he comes up in sort of a modified sambo mount, brings one of his legs up so his knees in the air, that way he is not trying to ride a bucking bull, he can bring down some really heavy and clean shots.
I don't know if he's having trouble just getting his legs straddled over Aaron.
That's exactly what I'm talking about because of the girth.
Yeah.
He's got to get up on one foot, get that knee in the air, and then it won't be an issue. He can bring down a big, heavy leather. Not that he isn't already. He's beating the snot out of Aaron Ware.
But Aaron does such a good job. I don't know if his arms are just so big, but he does a good job at fighting the hands. He does a good job of blocking his face because Leroy is busy in there.
Unfortunately, what he's learning to do is do a really good job of losing fights.
Yeah, and just like I said, he doesn't let me get through these 3 rounds, with little damage. But he still gives the fighter a lot of work. I mean, Leroy will come out of this tired. He's done a lot of work here.
Absolutely, and he might get a 10-8 round out of it for his trouble.
And look at the size of Leroy's upper body. I mean, just the span of his shoulders.
Oh, he's just a big, powerful individual. He's got tree trunks for legs.
It's probably a little frustrating for Leroy because he's working so hard, dropping a lot of leather and just, not getting the results that he wants. Because Aaron just moves at the right time to mitigate some of that damage.
Well, 1 minute left. He's going to know he's been in a fight when this is over, that's for sure.
Aaron, though, still trying to fight out of this, still trying to make a move, show that he's in the fight.
Well, he did a good job of hooking the ankle and pulling a sloppy half guard.
Just, 35 seconds, and Leroy, I think just right here, you've got the fight. You can just push the pace and impress the crowd, thank the fans for being here.
He could go get an ice cream cone at this point and still win the fight.
Exactly.
He could leave the cage.
For yourself, for your fan base, this is where you push the pace. You have 30 seconds just to impress us.
At this point, he wants to know that he can finish fights, not just go the distance.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You got 13 seconds in your
This is where you push that 10-second bell, and this is where just let it go. Let it all out, leave it all in the cage. I don't care what you do, just let your hands fire.
And we are going to a decision fight, fans, but it is going to be probably the easiest fight the judges score all night long. Aaron Ware proving his durability and taking an absolute 15-minute beating at the hands of Leroy Johnson, who will undoubtedly be moving to 4-0 once these cards are tallied. Let's go into the cage, KO Row, with your official TXC decision.
I really felt I didn't quite use all the tools I had, but you can't argue with the win. And I love it. I moved on to 4-0, hopefully on to bigger, better things. Hats off to me. Thank you for coming in and taking this fight. And just thank you to all my friends and family and my sponsors, Complete Door Systems out of Wayne, Michigan. Fitness, Jiu-Jitsu, Michigan top team, and nutshell for the excellent cup. And we got me in the first round, but I didn't face me.
So you will have kids one day facing the cup. That's okay. What was the trickiest thing about him? Because once you got him out, we thought maybe it'd be over. You did land a lot of leather, but he just kept fighting.
He's got a strong chin, so you gotta give it up to him.